Hi everybody, it's Diane here with a viewer request, which is nice. A viewer who's very kind and very loyal asked if I would make some ATC coins. I've done that before, but not often. In case you don't know, it's a takeoff on artist trading cards. As you can see, it's circular, it's a disc. It's 2.5 inches is a standard size. And this was all packaging, like cereal box, that type of thing. So I sanded off the face and then I put some black craft paint around the edge because you can see the cardboard edge, which that's not a big deal, but I like to do that. And then anyway, when I was done with these, I thought that's actually pretty cool. You could use that as a background. And I had pre-selected some images, so I think we're going to use that as a background. So it's kind of cool. That's a copy of an old magazine illustration. Now on that one, we're looking for background stuff right now. That one, we're going to wait with that. That doesn't really need background, so to speak, just, I would say, accessory type of things. That's out of a book. It's a turn. Attention, closed caption. That's TERN. Now she's talking to closed caption. It's kind of scary. I do back these with, usually it's just a pattern scrapbook paper. Although if you do the fronts, you don't have to back the backs. Yeah, that one, I don't know if I want that or we're gonna flip it. I don't know. Depends on what I find here. No. Or don't find here. Yeah, if this is getting me nowhere, I'll pause and do backgrounds by myself. Okay, now that matches very well, but I don't like dots with a highly detailed bird illustration. If I can justify my pickiness, does that make it okay? You could just cut these discs out of, like a corrugated cardboard and leave it at that too. This isn't bad. I guess it doesn't matter which side I cover then, if I'm going to cover the whole thing. Okay, we'll do that with that. Next we have a Gibson Girl from old wrapping paper from like the 90s. Pretty. Doesn't quite go. I like the colors and all of that, but that dress form is kind of throwing it off for some reason. No. I do, I wouldn't go as far as say struggle, but I'm not quite as proficient at these as I am other angular type bases. I'm not sure why. I haven't done as much of it. I'm kind of assuming. I will give you a tip if you're running off to try this and you've never done it. Watch what you select for your main image. You see, most of mine are little, could be construed as circular. If you have a square image, let's see. I find something I can use, something small. No. Oh, okay, just pretend this is smaller. Alright, now you have these angles and sort of this weird negative space behind it. You have to do something with it. It's doable. It is. But just keep that in mind. It's a tad more difficult that way. Oh, that's kind of neat. Look at how that matches. Isn't that spooky? Okay. This is, yeah, we have a lot of birds today for some reason. This is a German die cut. Um, okay, you know what? I think I won't do that. Okay. If someone hadn't slopped black paint on it, okay, you know what? I'll slop blue paint over it. All right, we'll do that on the edges there. And yeah, this one is very funky. I'm kind of doing this one for myself. I know that's probably not everybody's taste, but I thought the shape was pretty good, and I just think it's cool. We want to go dark. No, that's okay. What about a yellow? All right. And there should be one more over here. Actually, it's two more. These were a little small, so I thought maybe I wanted two on here. But that's being more difficult. No, not really. Let's not be so busy here. These are cute. Well, there's a lot going on those birds. Maybe we just want a color behind. No. Something a little dull, for lack of a better word. That's good. It's a tad short. All right. You know what? I'll just piece that in. Okay, let me pause and get the background set, and then we'll come back and decorate. Just a minute. Okay, crew, the backgrounds are set. So let's see. And I've done absolutely no prep for this. I did not pull anything special out. I mean, I got stuff around me with the exception of ribbon. I don't know. I didn't have time. Oh, that matches pretty nicely. I didn't have time to really do that. Maybe you should have taken the time to do that. But this is how Diane works. Usually if I add ribbon, I do that last anyway, so we'll see. And this is a tad short. Can you see that? That paper was just literally, it's you know, a thread width too short. So hopefully something will go over that. If not, I'll hit it with a little paint. So don't be concerned. Okay, that's nice. Maybe we could put ribbon or a washi to border her off. Okay, I think she needs another flower or something. And you'll have to excuse, I don't know if you can see this stuff here. Good, no, okay. Don't excuse it because you can't see it. It's not a problem. Well, I don't know about a color. I like these. Yeah, I think if we go green, we're going to start to get too green. It'll look like a St. Patrick's Day coin, huh? Is paper pretty? This is newish. If anyone's interested. Cute. Okay, that's looking good. A flower or something on the other side, maybe? My goodness, it's actually quiet and it's in the afternoon here. You know that old cliched saying, it was quiet, too quiet. It's like, yeah, when it gets really quiet in my neighborhood, Diane gets worried because it never is. I think this might look nice, um, color-wise, but style-wise. Yeah, I sort of like that. All right, maybe this one with it, but that's so little, I'm not going to cut that out right now. Okay. Our Gibson girl can wait. Here's our TERN. Well, that definitely needs something, and you can quote me on that. Well, I wouldn't put flowers necessarily. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but he'd be flying awfully low. Yeah, this one's kind of hard. Well, let's just see. Maybe we can find something for that as we're looking for the other one. Well, that one could take flowers or leaves. All right, this has text under it. It's scrapbook paper. This one's old. You're not going to find this one anywhere. Well, I doubt it. There used to be, I couldn't even tell you what the name of it was now. There was a small paper scrapbooking company online that they did carry older papers, and I used to order from them frequently. Well, they closed several years ago already. That was disappointing. It's so much for quiet. Alright, that's pretty good. What about a washi on the bottom? Let me grab my box. That would look fine. I don't know that watches go with it, or clocks, whatever they are. Yeah, the last time I had this tape out, it was being a problemo. Okay, that's nice too, but in my opinion, it's a little too severe deco kind looking for a nature thing. That's just my opinion. You could do it if you want. Alright, I like that. This is old Tim Holtz washi. Does he even put out washi tape anymore? I don't know. I don't know. He hasn't sent me a memo lately. Okay, that's kind of neat. Just something there. Well, maybe more like a flower on that side. Such as what? Oh, now you can see it. I was cutting out stuff for another project, and it sort of was organized very nicely, as Diane likes to do things. And I didn't want to pick it all up and put it in a folder or something, so it's there. No. That would be okay. You could do that too. Kind of look like a tree in the distance there, but I don't know. It just kind of wasn't what I wanted there. Acorn? No, too cutesy. Okay, viewer, are you still glad you asked for this? For anybody getting bored, you could blame her. No. No. This is just the way Diane works. And yes, she usually has distractions. All right. Okay, well, let's continue on and see if we're finding things for any of this. Now this, I left this paper out because there are some flowers on it. Do we want to just pull those? Now let's try this one. And I know for anyone saying that blue is kind of bright, it is. But I didn't know what else I was going to do with it. And when all's said and done, I can go back and knock it down with some gesso. That is Gesso. Closed caption likes to write just so, SEW, very often. Oh yeah, that would be nice. And a myriad of other things instead of the proper word. I think that gold might look kind of yucky, don't you think? Diane does. Okay. I thought those colors might look okay. This would be okay. That's the only paper you owned. But see, it's very off-white, ecru-ish. And that's all white, so I don't care for it. And Diane, you're so picky. Yes, she is. Well, this one's kind of big, but what about this blue one? Okay, something like that. Did you notice I did piece in the bottom there? And I purposely tore it so it would just look like this is paper, this is pieced. Can you see? This is an arm, this is a rib. If you're a Dick Van Dyke Show fan, I don't have to tell you what that's from. Okay. Well, this one, and this is glued down already. I was thinking of a flower or something over here because technically, to me, that design's off center. It should be like that. It should also not have a dog hair on the sun right there. If Diane ever won a trip to the sun, there'd be dog hair on it, huh? That's actually kind of funny. Not really. It's a little too close to home. Okay, well, instead of a flower, what about a tree or two? Might work. What about the one behind that one? Such as What? Well, if this is right on the edge, let's try it. Words are nice to put on these in ATCs or little phrases. It kind of very often sort of ties them together. Okay. Yeah, then it definitely needs, you know, cheesecloth or some paint doodles or something. Okay, people. Well, call me silly, but I think this one needs something very funky and stylized. Do we have something like that? And that turn, I don't know. I think I should swipe gesso behind him. That might look nice. Okay, they're discussing something over a potted plant. Which one? How about this one? Wow, that's neat. Okay. Well, that definitely needs something coming down. Well, these are pretty funky. And that would match. I'm not sure if they're too large. Let's see. I wish companies would space out their stuff just a little bit more and make my life easier. Yeah, I like that. Okay, except we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't like that. That could use something in the background, like you know, a rubber stamp of some sort, but something that's kind of more definite, not like fussy text or something. Okay, let me pause. I'll fussy cut, I'll glue if I can. I am going to put gesso behind here. Maybe I'll go ahead and tone down that blue. And then we'll come back and maybe add like some ribbons or words or something. Okay, hang on again. Okay, here we go. I think this one is finished. The black is all just a pen. I think it's cute. It's for me, so that's all that matters. I didn't back anything yet. I have to do that. Just for the record, if you're going to let stuff hang over, it is easier to back it first. But some of us don't always think of that kind of thing. Okay, this one is not glued down yet because I had mentioned possibly ribbon to border her off. So I guess I could glue her down though, couldn't I? And you could have done that. And that edge ended up being concealed. I went around with some brown ink, which that pretty much took care of it, but then that leaf is pretty much over it too. So there's no risk of it showing. No, it just sort of worked out that way. Boy, you were really concerned about that edge, weren't you? Okay. Well, I have white handy. That's nice. And I do have a teal color. That's okay too, but I think I like the white. So let's just do white. And then I would think she would be finished, with the exception of trimming. Well, I will say these went fairly well. I had mentioned I usually have a little trouble with them, probably due to the shape. Well, that's going to be a problem. Let's get rid of that ribbon right now. As I was saying, I didn't have too much trouble. Like I said, sometimes I kind of struggle a little. It's almost like I can't find stuff to put on. I don't know. Sometimes. This one, I wanted to go around the edge in black more where it's lacking there. Okay. On this one, I thought maybe a word. You could leave it the way it is. That's fine. It's very pretty. Gratitude isn't too bad. He has a berry in his mouth. I don't know if it's a little large. Let's see. Well, how's the weather in your neck of the woods? Mine, really, for the end of March, it's fine. It could be a lot worse, but it's been awfully cool lately. I'm still wearing my winter coat. Not real happy about that. That's okay. Let's dull that down a little bit more. Okay. Is this a little too blankety blank there? Although, if I can be so crass, considering the subject matter, I don't want it to look like there's something there that we don't want there. Is that clear? And if not, I'm not going to explain it. Um, I don't know. Just it's a really bad example. Just anything there. Yeah, I think that would kind of pull it together, for lack of a better description. What about a flower? Maybe that would look okay. We're going to look in that box we can't see once again. Yes, yes, I am. If I don't find something quickly, I'll do it by myself. Have we passed quickly? Alright, I'm going to find a flower for that. This one is not glued down at all. I did do just so there. But I thought maybe just a phrase or a word with this one, kind of keeping in mind what I just said. Well, maybe black. How about stay strong? Okay, let's cut this apart. I once heard these have a longer negative space on the ends. I don't know where that little piece went. So you can make a like a pennant tail on it, which is nice, but I never do that, so I just cut them off. I have to cut them off. All right, well, let's put the bird down so we know where he is for sure. Oh, there it is. I found it. And it's getting late here. I probably will come back tomorrow to do a final look-see. Let's do this right, Diane. Strong stay. How about stay smart? Maybe Diane should put that on one of her cards. Okay, I like that. Does it need a border? Artistically speaking, I think it does, but considering it's a bird, I kind of thought of maybe it shouldn't have a border so it doesn't look like he's confined. Like he can fly. What if we did a very patchy border? Would that... Alright, it's all the way around. Alright, that's very plain. But I think it's okay. We'll think about that. This one, it could use a funky word. I think it needs some sort of border. Like, I was almost thinking of dotting all the way around. And I won't make you watch that. But I wanted you to see it like that before I did that. I need something small. Fascinating personalities. That's funny, but I don't think I want to waste it on that. Just to be funny. Well, how about good company, since there's two of them? It's really crooked. I don't think I could have, well, I probably could have made it more crooked if I was trying. But I don't want all that negative space anyway. It's still crooked, Diane. I have a hard time, even at this stage of my cutting career, when there's a Y or a G, with a tail, I have a hard time cutting straight. I admit it. I don't have to admit it. You can see it. And that's the same goes for the top, if it's like a D or an H or a capital letter. Okay, I think we saved it. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I'll place that and dot the border, the thing, I was almost going to say. This one, dang, that looks different. What happened to those trees? Well, I cut this one out, put it here, and it's okay. But in rooting around for these other flowers, I came across this sheet that's got this, and I thought, oh, is that better? Yes, it's better. So I put one over here, some cheesecloth, and then here. So actually, that's pretty. I may leave that alone. I was thinking, do we want just one word? Well, I cut joy off this. Would that, I don't know. Does joy have anything to do with birds? How about I'm going to experience joy if I cut this straight? Nope, there's no joy in Mudville, folks. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's just sort of waiting for a spot or a thing. That spot is waiting for a thing. I think Diane better go to bed. Okay, I think I'm going to border that though with ink. It's just sort of, okay. That, this, trim. Oh, flower. I can look for flower. Okay, hang on. When you come back, they'll be done. Okay, I'm back. They're done. Well, you already saw this one. Kind of neat, I think. Yeah, it's bright, funky, silly, but that's pretty. I didn't end up doing anything on the edge of that one because the gesso looks a little mottled. You could, if you wanted, I would recommend doing it before, but like a black loopy line or something, that would be okay. Okay, and Diane worrying about confining the bird, I went around with the faux stitch line. I just thought it was a little too plain. Pretty. That's nice. If you want to be a purist, you could trim all this off. That looks fine. The flower buds here, they're very pale, but I think it's just enough. And then this one, it's a little bit of a problem. I could not get the words to fit nicely. So I finally wound up over here. Well, that left way too much space here. This blue flower was not here. So we added that, and then the dots around actually really kind of finished it off, I think. Okay, there you go, folks. Some ATC coins. And I'd like to thank my viewer for the suggestion. I probably would not have done this without you. And thanks for all the nice comments you leave. It is very encouraging. Makes my day. Okay, everybody. We're glaring. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a nice day out there.